In today's tutorial, let's do the string beach bag, and let's get started right after this. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to work on two patterns that are the same pattern but written differently because of where the yarn is available. Introducing the mesh market bag or the string beach bag, either way it's the same thing, and what we're going to be doing in just a moment is that I'm going to teach you about the yarn because the yarn is slightly different because it's marketed for either the US or Canada. Let me share more information about that. So in today's tutorial we're going to be working with cotton yarn, and you can choose either of these two brands. They're both made by our friends at Yarnspirations.com. There is a difference between the brands, and the only difference is the name. So what we have here in the United States, you know this brand more as Lily Sugar and Cream, but in Canada you will know it as Bernat Handicrafter, and you may see both of these on either side of the border, and also it does distribute globally as well, so you may see either of these brands on the marketplace. So no matter which ones you want to go, you want to look for this particular brand. So we're gonna tell you a little bit more about this as far as how many can you do, because it's available in different format or different size balls. Let me tell you a bit about that. This version, it's asking for 5 balls of the Bernat Handicrafter in this format. This is the smallest format here, and you can see that this is the most lightweight of them. And then in the other size of the market bag itself, they're asking you for either 2 balls of the solid of this. Okay, if it's variegated you're gonna want 3 balls, because the variegated is always less yardage in a ball because it takes more manufacturing in order to do it, so they provide less yarn in order to keep the pricing the same. Or what you can do is that you can go to the larger format. You can almost get 2 bags out of one massive ball like this. These are 400 grams, and then the Bernat Handicrafter the same thing, almost 2 balls out of that. So either way you go, you can just decide where you have access to the product, and of course if you go into Yarnspirations.com you have access to them all no matter where you are. So without further ado, let's talk a bit about this pattern. It's very easy. Jeannie has started the trend on these, and let's finish it with providing a video tutorial today. So here's what my bag looks like already in progress. I haven't finished it, and what we're going to be doing is starting off in the bottom and then creating what is doing is going around and around in order to create the base. So you don't see any seam lines at all where it's being sewn because it's all being done as one unit. Once you have satisfied the pattern requirements, it's then gonna turn into the mesh. The mesh is just made up of 5 chains and then single crochet into the piece of the mesh, and then keep on going around. The mesh is really quite quick, and I haven't got this far in the tutorial yet, but we're gonna work our way to the top edge and then create the strap, and this is a really quite easy pattern. Now because it's cotton, it's gonna be really exceptionally strong. You'll be able to see through it as well, so any kind of sand, as Jeannie pointed out to me, for the beach bag purposes, or even if you're going to the market for dusting off some of the produce, it'll fall outside of the meshes. So without further ado, let's start on the bottom. This pattern is exceptionally easy, I think, in my opinion, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with it at the same time. So what color am I using in today's tutorial? You were gonna ask me that in the video, I know you are. It's called the Cool Breeze Ombre. It is by the Lily Sugar and Cream line. So Cool Breeze Ombre. I really thought it was quite summery and a lot of fun. So let's get started now. So today's pattern we're going to need a 4.5 millimeter size crochet hook, and that's also a US size 7 if you're looking for that. So let's get started. Both of the bags are identical in the way the pattern is written. It's just a matter of the product listings. So let's begin with the slip knot on the hook, and what we're going to do is that we're going to chain 43. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna chain 43, and then we're gonna come back around on it to create the absolute base and the center point of the bag. So let's just chain. So 1 2 3 4 5. Please go all the way to 43 for me and meet me back here, and we'll get started on round number 1. So here's my beginning chain. You're going to notice, wow, that's really big. You have to keep a note because I thought the same thing, but once you get start crocheting on this thing, it will condense down, so it's not as wide as it appears as it at this very moment, the way that you got it done. So what I want you to do is second chain from the hook, so 1 and 2, turn it over and get the back hump only, okay, the back, and just single crochet, and I want you to single crochet all the way across this chain on the back hump, and this will leave a nice stitch work on the other side for you. So if once you do the first back hump, the chain stays turned over. So please go all the way to the end, but wait for me because I'm gonna show you what's next. There's a little bit of a twist to this pattern. So now that I'm coming all the way across my chain, I just got about 3 stitches left, and I'm just single crocheting, And this is kind of unusual in this part of a project. It's not unusual for bags of course and other things, but it's not always done. And I'm gonna go right into the very last stitch. So instead of turning and going back and single crocheting along this, what it wants to do is turn this over. So just turn it over to where you are and just come into the stitch on the other side. Okay, so right directly across because you've already gone into the end, so come into the next one and the other side and just begin to single crochet now. And this is the underside of the chain, of the foundation chain, and you're gonna single crochet yourself all the way back along the chain but on the other side. So because I had you do a back hump only, this side looks perfect as far as the stitch work is concerned, and you'll have a beautiful finish right at the bottom of your bag. So please single crochet yourself all the way across this chain, but or across this particular area, and I will meet you back here because I'm gonna show you what to do now, because we're not going to go back and forth in rows. We're gonna start going in circles. So I'm coming along the chain area here, and or the foundation chain on the other side, and I'm going into the very last stitch, which is next. But wait, before you go any further, so I just finished it, you need to slip stitch to the other side of this chain. So just go to this one here and just insert and slip stitch and pull through. So now what's gonna happen is now you can go in a physical circle, so you can go down this edge and then down the other side, turn around, and then come back up the other side. So that's why we're doing it. Let's move along to round number 2. So let's go on to round number 2. We're simply going to chain 1 and continuing in the same direction, so we're not turning our work to go back the other direction. We're just gonna continue to go in a circle. We start off in this first one where we've done the slip stitch 2, and we're just gonna single crochet ourselves all the way around. So you're gonna go all the way down this. Okay, so just follow all the way down, and on the other side you're gonna turn around. Okay, so just follow it and then you'll be on the other side. So you're gonna start, it's like a hat, you're gonna start creating the circles going all the way around. So please single crochet in every stitch going all the way around, and when we slip stitch we're gonna meet you back up right here where we started. So we'll see you there in just a moment. So I'm coming up all the way around, and I wanna show you before we slip stitch. So I started here and I went all the way down, and then I turned around at the end just like you see here. See that? And then I came back. Just wanna make sure you understand you're going in a circle. So I want you to understand exactly where you're going to finish in this on the side. So you're gonna finish right on the edge here. So you're gonna go into the very last one here, and what you have to just do is then you have to then slip stitch. So this one here appears to be a stitch, but it's not. Okay, so this is extending over to the first section here. So when you go to slip stitch, you're just going to slip stitch into the first single crochet. Many people add that, and so what you will have is then you'll have a bag where one side looks like it's jetting out more than the other because of it. So what I want you to do, just kind of flip it so that you're working on the outside, so you're gonna see that it started to bowl in. What I want you to do now, rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, that's a total of 6 more additional rounds, do the exact same thing. So chain up 1, single crochet into the first one, and then go all the way around, single crochet, and then slip stitch. So please do that for another 6 rounds for rounds number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I'll meet you back here, and then we're gonna start doing the mesh work that's involved on the side of the bag. I'll see you then. So I'm back, and now I'm just finishing up round number 8. So it was when I had you before, we were starting round number 3, and I said to do an additional 3 or 6 rounds. So I'm coming to the end and I'm joining. Okay, so here's what it looks like right now. You can see that the side edges are now defined here in the bottom of the bag, just right here and here, and you can see it's still pretty open, but the mesh is gonna start closing it in as we go. So I think this is the best part of this whole project is the mesh. The mesh does not take very long, and let me show you how to do that next. So in the mesh section, round number 1, we have to start the mesh and we have to get it established before we can do the rest of the mesh. So let's begin to do that. So we're gonna chain up 1 and single crochet into the same one, and then we're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go back down to the line, and I need you to skip the next 3. So 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th and single crochet into that one. So that's how we're gonna do this whole round. So the next one is chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then skip 3, 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th, single crochet in. Get it? Isn't that easy? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 3, 1, 2 and 3, go to the 4th. Please do that, and if you don't get to the right count at the end of this round, don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you how to cheat the system. 3, 4, 5, skip 3, 1, 2, 3 and then go into the 4th for a single crochet. See you back here in just a moment as we go all the way around starting the mesh. So I'm coming up all the way back around, and as I predicted, I think I'm off by 1 stitch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fake the end instead of frogging all this back out. Why bother, right? Make it or fake it. So I'm gonna skip only 2 and I'm gonna go into the 3rd instead of skipping 3, and what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna finish off. So to finish off each one of the mesh circles or rounds, you chain 2 only, and then coming into the very first one here you double crochet. So just reach over and double crochet into the first single crochet and just double crochet, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna put you in the middle of the next mesh section. So next time that you're getting into this, you're gonna chain 5 and then go into the center of each of the meshes. So whenever you finish, you have to reach over and do that double crochet so that you end up in the right spot. So to begin round number 2 and all the other rounds for the mesh, you simply just chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, middle of the mesh of the next one, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, middle of the mesh, next one, and you're gonna go all the way back around and exactly the same thing, and I'll meet you back there as well, is that you're going to do that double crochet in order to reach over to this one that you started with. You just got to keep an eye on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, middle of the next mesh, single crochet, and continue to do that all the way around. So I'm coming up all the way back around, and I can see that this is the next mesh section, which is the row that I'm working on. As you get higher in this gets harder to be able to tell. Just keep an eye on it, okay? So just notice that whenever you go all the way around, as soon as that you see this, you know that you're at the end. What's gonna happen in this project is that this line is then gonna move to this, and then it's gonna move to this and this as it gets higher, and it's going to go up diagonally throughout the bag, but you're not gonna see it because of the way that the pattern has been designed. So you just gotta keep an eye on that. If anywhere you're gonna screw up, that's where it's gonna be. So we're gonna continue along. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting the last mesh section, okay? And so now the next one is a jump from here to here, which this has already started. So we're gonna chain 2 only, 1 and 2, and double crochet into the first one that you started with, and then that takes you back into the middle section. See? So last time your middle section was here, now it's shifted over by 1. So then to continue the message, then chain 5 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then continuing to go all the way around just like that. So what I want you to do is that I want you to grow the mesh section about 12 inches laying down. So just lay it down and get the mesh and the bottom section to be 12 inches long, and then you're gonna come and join me back here, and we're gonna do the top layers, where the top layers are very similar to what you've already done here. So this is where I will leave you for now. Get that done, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. When I last left you, I was working on the mesh, and now here it is. Okay, so this is the mesh section. You can see you can put my hands in it, you put your fingers through it. It's fabulous, and now it's measuring to what you want. If you want the bag to be bigger as far as longer, just make more mesh, and remember that anything that you change like that is going to change the yarn. What I have noticed in the past is that people don't realize, they see it laying down, it's like, man, the bag's not big enough, and then they make it bigger, and then once they start using it, the bag then ends up turning into something that's dragging on the ground. So just be careful with the mesh. Everything does flex out once you start using this thing. So I'm at the top section here. I've finished with my chain 2 and double crochet into the start, and now I'm in the middle section ready to go for the top of the rounds that I need to do. Let's begin to review that next. So let's do the top section of the bag. Now we're going to make it look solid like it does on the bottom. So it's very, very easy round. We have to establish to make it solid again. So this is the chain 5 space. What we're going to do is that we're just gonna reach over. Okay, so just reach over and slip stitch to the next chain 5 space. It'll pull it over. Okay, and then you are going to chain 1 and then 3 single crochets in the same space. So 1, 2 and 3, and in the next single crochet right here you're going to single crochet. So the repeat pattern on this whole thing is that every chain 5 space is only going to be a 3 single crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and then single crochet into the next single crochet. Let's review that one more time. So the next chain 5 space is only 3. So 1, 2 and 3, and then single crochet in the next single crochet. Please do that all the way around and I'll show you how to finish this round. So I'm coming up all the way back around. I've single crocheted in this single crochet. This is where I reached over to start this side, so don't forget you still have to do this side here of 3 single crochets, just like so. And then what I want you to do then is just slip stitch to the beginning single crochet that's over here. Okay, so just reach on over, and then we're going to begin then making this more solid. So to begin the next round, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna begin only 2 rounds of doing what I'm about to show you. So we're gonna chain up 1 and 1 single crochet into each of the single crochets going all the way around. Now you'll notice that the band looks a lot thicker than only 3, and that's because we're gonna revisit this particular area back when the strap is then made for this thing. So what we're gonna do for the strap is that we're gonna attach it and make it and attach it as we go, and then we're gonna come back and do a rounds around the strap and this bag once again where it's exposed, and it'll show that the band is actually much bigger. So don't worry about that. So this is the first round of 2 that you need to do of just 1 single crochet in each single crochet all the way around. So please do both of those rounds now, and I will see you back here and we're gonna start doing the strap work. I'll revisit you before we move on to the strap though, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. So again, 2 rounds of what you're doing right now of single crochet. Okay, now that I have my 2 additional rows done, I just want to slip stitch to the very beginning and to the beginning single crochet, and I want to fasten off now, and so I'm just gonna take my yarn and just weave in the ends. Just use a good job of a darning needle and etc. And now we're gonna review how to do the straps. For darning needle, what I would do is just exactly what you're seeing on here. Just put a darning needle onto your thread or to your strand and just kind of feed it underneath. You want a good job, it's near the top, and I'll keep it nice and flush. So we're gonna now start doing the strap, and I'm gonna give you a couple options for strap, and you can decide what you want to do. We'll follow exactly the way it says in the diagram, and then we'll also just kind of review what you can get away with doing as well. So now that that's done, I can actually just start now, and let's begin doing the strap. I'm now about to work on the strap, and what I've done is that I've folded it so that it's nice and flat at the bottom, and now I'm folding it in half and just taking a little idea, and now I can see that this is my halfway spot right here. So what I want to do is that I want to count out 6 stitches from the half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, sticking my hook in, just grabbing another piece of string, and I want to mark that string with a line here, and then I'm just folding it back, just go in the other direction. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I go the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now this is where I can tell that this is where there's gonna be a strand. So this is where the middle point of my strap. So you can either count all the way across, or you can just do the folding technique if you wish. And so now I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take a string now, and I'm gonna mark the other side as well. So just take it more of that same color. And again, I'm just gonna come to the other side. So I'm gonna just stick it in the one side. Coming in, so it's just right directly across the street kind of idea. So the strap that we're gonna do is gonna be done, and it's gonna be started on one side, and then it will reach over to the other side once you get the other side of the strap done. So I'm gonna count to 12. So just make it so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 right there. And that's right too. So it's just right across the street. So you want a total of 12 of these stitches right in the middle, and therefore you're gonna know exactly where to put it when you need to. So let's move along then and start working on the strap. So let's now start making the strap. So just laying it down, I'm just gonna fold it over and just get this side, and just let the other side just fold toward the back, and we're gonna start exactly right where it is showing with the orange. I'm just creating a slip knot to join, and I'm just going into the same one as the orange one, and you can pull that out as soon as you do it as well, just to know. And you're gonna just pull through just to join. And what you're going to work on then is that you're going to chain one, and you're gonna single crochet into the same stitch, and just hold this string down so it's on top of the line, and just single crochet across to the other piece, other orange one. So this is 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12 is the next one. Okay, so now you've just done the width. So you're gonna notice in this particular bag is that this is gonna start off thicker, and then it's gonna get more narrow in the next few lines. So let's review. So we're gonna turn our work, and let's make the strap. And I think what are we gonna do here is that we are going to just make the same thickness one more time. So we're gonna chain up one, and just one single crochet into each going across. And then it says in the next row that we're gonna start getting smaller. So eventually what happens here is that we just continue to grow the strap, and then as it gets long enough, then we just attach it to the other side where the other orange pieces are. So coming up all the way across. So now we're gonna start getting more narrow. So let's turn our work, and let's begin. So we're gonna do this. The second row here is that we are going to make the first two together. So we're just gonna not chain one, we're just gonna go into the first one right underneath, pull through, and in the next one pull through. You got 3 loops in the hook, pull through all 3, and then single crochet the rest until the final 2. So 1, 2, I don't even know why I'm counting. As I crochet I end up counting stitches that I don't need to count. I'm looking for the final 2, and I'm gonna put those 2 together. Okay, so I got 2 stitches left, and then just these 2. So pull through, go into the next one, pull through all 3, just like that. Let's move up to third row. So turn our work again, and third row we're gonna get just chain one and one single crochet into each. So 1, I don't even know why I'm counting again. So it's progressively gonna get smaller, it's just taking its time. Just like that. And once you get to the end, turn your work, and let's go for round number 4. The first 2 are together again, so just into the first one, pull through, next one, pull through all 3, and then single crochet until the final 2 and put those 2 together. So this is how narrow it's gonna be at the end of this one. So the final 2 stitches are gonna get together. So round number 5 plus the remainder of the 18 inches after, or that it will take for this strap, chain up 1, and it's just 1 single crochet into each. Okay, so what I want you to do now that you've gotten a little bit narrower, and there's only a total of 8 stitches going across if you need to keep a count of that. And I want you to continue to go back and forth, just 1 single crochet in each until this whole thing from this edge to the other side where is 18 inches long. And I'll meet you back there, and then we're gonna start getting narrow or bigger again, and then we're gonna eventually hit to the other side. So off camera I've been working on the strap, and now I'm ready to go. So it's about 18 inches from the top tip here to where I had started here. So let's begin, and we're moving up to the next row after doing 18 inches on the strap. So we're going to in the first one we are going to put in 2 single crochets right in the very beginning. So we don't chain up 1 apparently, just go right into it. 2 single crochets in the first one, and then 1 single crochet in all the rest of them until the last one, where we'll put in 2 more single crochets into the same one. So now we're gonna get wider like it was how we kind of started wider before. So here's the last one. So we're gonna put 2 single crochets in. Let's turn our work and chain up 1, and we're gonna put 1 single crochet into each stitch going all the way across. You will find that the strap stuff goes really quickly. Just generally, it didn't take me very long to do all of this stuff. So I'm just single crocheting all the way across. Again, it's just taking its time getting bigger, which is kind of a nice gradual build up. Turn our work again, and next one here is that we're gonna just go into the next one, and or the first one, and put 2 single crochets in again on the end, and then 1 single crochet in all of them until the last one, where we're putting 2 more into that one as well. Okay, last one, we're gonna put in 2 into that one. Okay, so now that we got that done, we're now going to put our bag down, and we're gonna make sure that this flap does not have a twist to it. Make sure it lays completely flat down, and what I want to do is that I want to turn it in a way that I'm gonna be able to get into the bag right where I've marked it with the orange, and to the one I'm currently on. So what I want to do is that I want to go into the bag right where I've done in the orange, right where I've started, and into the first stitch, going right directly across from each other, and pull through and through, and we're gonna slip stitch our way all the way across. So we come into the next one, which is part of the bag, and then the next one in the strap, and slip stitch it. So it's like we're sewing it together. So in, okay, so just slip stitching. So the goal is that if you did your straps enough, just like we measured, that the final side of the strap should go right over to the other side of the orange here. So it's got a few more stitches left. Okay, and I think I just got one more left. And then what I want to do is that it's in the last one where the orange is. It's in the last one of the strap. I want to pull through and through. I want to take out my darning or my stitch markers, and I want to cut this string long enough that I can use it as a for a darning needle, and I want to pull this through the loop, and I want to put my darning needle in there. So the darning needle is gonna be the way to secure it in. We're not quite done this bag, we still have a little bit more crocheting to do. Just slide the needle underneath the stitch work and go back and forth 3 times, and then it'll lock that strand into position. Making sure I can access it. Like that, and then I can yank on it and tug it and everything I need to do. And then what I'm gonna do is that we're gonna start the next step of the bag. So we're almost done, we're just not quite there yet. So we're now gonna do the final part of the strap. I've already done one side of it just to demonstrate what it looks like, and what we have to do is that we have to single crochet ourselves all the way around the strap and follow it all the way back, and then back up to the one side of the strap. So you're gonna do all one side like this. So the other side you have to do the same. I have to tell you something though, you gotta watch out for this because it's not something I thought about until after I was in process. So because you've gone all the way around the bag on the outside, if you go in a different direction than what is, you have to make sure that you have to go in the same direction along this top piece, or what's gonna happen if you're going in the opposite direction, you're gonna look like that you're looking at the wrong side on the final area. So this has to go in the same direction. So when I go to start this side here, I have to make sure wherever I start I'm gonna have to come across this way, because if I go the other way it'll be on the other side, and therefore the stitches on the top will appear backwards. So let me join on my yarn. I joined it about the halfway point of the top here, and I'm just gonna go along the top of the band, and it's a matter of the side. So let's just go straight across where I was. So you just go into the side. Now because you did single crochet, every line of single crochet equals a single crochet in the horizontal. So just join it, chain 1 and single crochet into the same one. And what we're going to do, leave the straggler down on top of it and just move along and just equally space single crochets going all the way around on the strap. So as you go all the way around, eventually you're going to hit to the main bag area. Just continue to go so you don't have to add any extra stitches or take away stitches when you hit that area. And you're just single crocheting yourself all the way around. So this is gonna provide extra stability for the stretching of using this bag by doing this. So you can just see I'm just easy peasy. It's like working with a hat brim and you're making the rest of the hat based on the brim. It's no different. So it provides a really nice finish when you're going to do this bag on this particular round. Again, I think it's partly aesthetic, but I think it's actually partly functional as well for giving extra strength. So I'm coming close. I can feel it under my hand that I'm getting close to the bottom of the bag area. I just want to demonstrate that before I let you go and do the rest. So I'm running out of strap here in the bottom. Just want to take my time and not rush my process of skipping any stitches as they go down. Okay, so I'm about to hit the bottom of the bag here where the mesh is. So I'm just continuing to come down the strap all the way until there's nothing left, and then I just jump over to the bottom of the bag, so right in the corner where this other one is joined, and just start single crocheting across. So as I crochet along across, I will run back into this band again and I will crochet up the side of it, and then I will eventually hit it at the top. And then what I want you to do, just hit it at the top, just join it with a slip stitch, and then just weave in your ends, and this bag is good to go. So I'm gonna expect you to do that. When I come back, I'll have this completely done. So here I am all done, and I can see why Jeannie made 5 of these. These are really quite easy to make. They're quite quick, and you got a bit of mesh, you got a great strap going on. It's really quite an easy design. There's not a lot of thinking power to it. So you know, it's nice to have one of those projects in your library of your mind to be able to do without having to do a lot of counting and etc. So this is how you do this market mesh bag or mesh market bag or the string beach bag, and this is exactly how you would do it. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. Have a great day, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.